In the warm heart of Valencia, where Mediterranean sunlight drapes gently over ancient stone, stands a place that has witnessed the rise and fall of kingdoms, the echo of prayers through centuries, and the footsteps of millions of travelers. This is Valencia Cathedral, watched over faithfully by its iconic companion, El Miguelete Tower, known lovingly by locals as El Miguelete. As you begin this journey, imagine yourself walking slowly along the same street captured in the photo, your footsteps tapping softly against smooth stone, the warm breeze carrying the scent of citrus, and the sound of distant voices weaving through the narrow passages of the historic old town. The story of Valencia Cathedral begins in the 13th century. After King James I of Aragon reclaimed the city from Moorish rule, a new Christian temple was constructed on the foundations of a former mosque. But this cathedral was not built quickly. It grew slowly, over nearly 2 centuries, through changing eras and evolving styles. And because of that, it became a living museum of architecture. Romanesque roots in the old walls, Gothic arches in its main body, Renaissance touches in the interior chapels, Baroque flourishes at its grand entrances. Every stone whispers a different century. Every arch is a doorway into a different chapter of Spain's past. Towering beside the cathedral is the structure that dominates Valencia's skyline. El Miguelete Tower, rising 51 meters into the open blue sky. Construction began in 1381 and continued into the 15th century. Its octagonal shape, elegant yet sturdy, shows the pride and determination of medieval Valencians. Climbing to the top requires stepping up 207 spiral stairs, a narrow, winding journey that feels like moving through the spine of history itself. But once you reach the summit, the reward is breathtaking. The glimmering blue tiled domes below, the maze-like streets of the old quarter, the endless rows of balconies and courtyards, and in the distance, the horizon where the city meets the Mediterranean Sea. Here, the wind carries secrets, stories, and the heartbeat of Valencia. In the photo, the deep blue ceramic domes shine brightly under the sun. This distinctive style, curved roofs covered with shimmering tiles, is one of Valencia's architectural signatures, blending influences from Moorish, Mediterranean, and Christian traditions. The walls of the cathedral, thick and scarred from time, seem alive with stories. If you listen closely, you might imagine the footsteps of medieval knights entering the square, merchants from the Silk Road unloading goods nearby, monks carrying ancient manuscripts, families who have worshipped here for hundreds of years. Every crack and every shadow holds a memory. One of the cathedral's most extraordinary treasures lies hidden inside a special chapel. A cup many believe to be the Holy Grail, the chalice Jesus used during the Last Supper. This relic has traveled through monasteries, refuges, and royal courts for centuries. Historians debate its authenticity, but believers feel a powerful presence when they stand before it. Whether legend or truth, the Grail adds a mysterious layer to the cathedral's soul, inviting wonder, curiosity, and reflection. If you stood in this spot today, you would feel the energy of Valencia's old town. Warm, lively, human. You would hear soft street music drifting from a nearby plaza, laughter from travelers discovering the city, vendors calling out from cafes and gelato stands, children running across the open space, locals chatting in Spanish and Valenciano, their voices echoing between the walls. The cathedral is not only a relic of the past. It is a breathing part of everyday life, woven into the culture, rhythm, and identity of the city. As the sun slowly lowers toward the horizon, something magical happens. The cathedral's stone turns golden, glowing as if it remembers every sunset it has seen. Shadows stretch long and dramatic across the square, and the blue domes shift from sapphire to deep violet. Painters set up their easels. Couples stroll hand in hand. Photographers wait for the perfect moment when the tower becomes a silhouette against the fading sky. Valencia embraces the evening with warmth and charm. When night finally arrives, the bells of El Miguelete ring out over the city. Their deep, resonant sound is more than just a mark of time, it is a reminder of endurance. These bells have tolled through wars, celebrations, coronations, plagues, and revolutions. They've marked the beginning of new centuries and the end of old ones. Their song ties together every generation that has ever called Valencia home. Valencia Cathedral and El Miguelete Tower are much more than stone and structure. They are storytellers. They are vessels of memory. They are symbols of a city that has embraced change while protecting its soul. Here, the past is never gone. It lives in the warm stone, the ringing bells, the blue domes, and the gentle breeze that travels through the ancient streets. Everyone who walks here, locals, travelers, and dreamers, becomes part of a story that began hundreds of years ago and continues today. And now, for a moment, you are part of that story too.